I recently watched a show that had me feeling all kinds of strange, disgusted, and weirded out. Not necessarily in the way the creators intended, but it certainly had my attention, if only because of the bizarre material on screen. So I'm going to dissect the show and try to figure out what the creators are going for and where they screwed up. And boy, were there some screw-ups. Pupa is about the aftermath of two siblings who were raised in an abusive household. Their dad has moved out, and their mom has quit her day job of being smacked around by her dapper-looking ex and has decided that trolling for young men is a better way to spend her time, leaving her children alone. The show opens up with our hero telling his cute little sister to meet him at the park, where she gets mauled by this little beastie and turns into a monster, which seems to please this mysterious woman, but more on her later. And then, in a scene I am convinced at some point was written for comedic effect, after a tender moment where our hero tells his sister that no matter what she looks like or what she does, he'll always love and protect her, she eats him. After some cryptic comments by Wednesday Addams over here, we advance time a bit and find little sister walking in the middle of the street, thinking about how tasty everyone around her looks, and, just before she monsterizes and takes out half a block, is stopped by her older brother, who shows up and tells her that he'll take care of her and keep her safe. Unfortunately, this doesn't spiral into a Little Shop of Horrors-esque murder and singing spree, where our hero has to bring his sister sadistic dentists. No. This turns into a quasi-incestuous cannibalism variety hour, which sounds much more fun than it is. This uncomfortable couple of minutes is what brought many people into the circus tent, I'm sure, but it's so poorly done. The music they use here is meant to be eerie and unsettling, but just winds up being the kind of muzak you hear in an elevator, which I'm sure was intentional. The original Dawn of the Dead used a very goofy song during its end credits, and wound up being one of the more haunting and memorable music choices in movie history. And honestly, it would have been better if they just used that. In fact, let me go ahead and replace that for you. Huh. That didn't actually help. On the plus side, I got a solid minute of laughter editing this. Let's talk about aesthetics. The character models and backgrounds are interesting. They went with a kind of half-painted look that I honestly don't mind, but the actual quality of the animation is lacking. This is probably due to the fact that each episode is only 4 minutes long, and they didn't have the biggest budget. Now there are 4-minute series I found myself rather enjoying. Recorder and Rancel and Cheese Sweet Home being prominent examples, and these series have something in common. They didn't try to tell a complex story with some kind of Illuminati-style organization. They were just cute little distractions. If they did have overarching plots, they were light and in the background. Then there's all the plot holes and things that just don't make sense. Like who any of these people in the lab are, why they work here, how this dog turned our girl into a monster when she was already one when she was born. Why does our main character have regenerative powers, and why does our girl here want to have a monster baby? It's nuts the things this show lost when they had to chop it down to fit into the 4-minute runtime. Now if there's a manga of this particular show, I haven't read it, but I would hope that the creator took the time to flesh out the story, and that their work was tragically cut down in transition from paper to screen like Elfen Lied or Tokyo Ghoul Route A. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching this review. It's something I wanted to do for a while now, and it's nice to get it out. If you have any suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like my voice and sense of humor, I stream most nights, and you can find a link to my Twitch in the description. Stay lovely, everyone, and I'll see you next time.